What is happening, guys? You're welcome to this tutorial on setting up SmartExaminer. Well, I'm currently on a virtual machine running Windows 8, and I have this setup here. Okay, the technical release version is just a one pack file, which is about 170 something megabytes. Okay, the four softwares are just packed together within this archive. So I'm just going to run through on how to install it, and if you probably be needing an additional software as well. So what I'm just going to do is just to double click on this and click on next, and you see the four softwares here which will be installed in the order. So you're just going to click on next. What I'm going to do is to pause this video, okay, because it's going to take a while to install. So what you normally do is just to click on next up until the whole stuff is done. Then I'll tell you the next thing to do. Alright, okay guys, this is the last of them being installed, after which we'll probably get to test the application. Alright, but there's one thing you need to know. There are a few configurations you might need to make, and we'll be going through that in this video. Alright, that's about it. And as you can see, we have the SmartExaminer manager here. We have the SmartExaminer designer, we have the SmartExaminer client here. Basically, you're just going to have the SmartExaminer client shortcut from within the system. You install it. It's not going to be available on all other systems because it runs from the web browser. Okay, if I'm going to take you to the control panel to see the softwares, you can see that we have the four softwares installed here. Okay, the Ratelsoft application server is really huge, so you might want to allow some space for it. As you can see, it's 468 megabytes as it stands now, and that is excluding the SmartExaminer client module, which isn't really huge. It's just about 8.18 megabytes. So you might want to make sure you have enough space to fit that in. Okay, I'm just going to double click on the SmartExaminer client. I do not have Java installed. As you can see, it says I need to download Java version 1.7 and above. If you have Java installed, then it's not going to redirect you as it's doing right now. So what I'm going to do is to download Java. I just want to show how to set up the complete environment. I'm not going to save it. I'm just going to run it and install it. So what would happen is I'm going to pause this video. I'm just going to download Java and install it normally as you would do any other software. There's no it's not difficult task to do there. Just install it as you would do any other software. So I'm going to pause this video, and when I'm done, we'll go on to the next thing to do. Well, as you can see, we're done installing the Java, so I'm just going to close this. And what you probably want to do is to just close your browser and reopen it, and hopefully it should work fine. But if it really doesn't work, what you might want to do is to probably restart your system. Okay, one thing to point out is that these other softwares can run without the additional software, the Java, which you just installed. But the SmartExaminer client uses a Java Web Start application. So it's a Java Web Start application, excuse my language, and so it requires Java to run. So what I'm going to do is just to click on this now and see that it works fine. Oh, there is a problem here, so what I'm going to do is to allow, as you can see here, it says the add-on Java SE runtime environment blah 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 needs to. So what I'm going to do is just to allow it. Okay, I'm not sure that worked out fine. Okay, So I'm just gonna allow it, and as you can see, you're just having this plain view. Okay, to show that demonstration again, I'm just gonna close this and I'm gonna start this. So you're just having this plain view which just says launch application. Okay, for now this is what we have, but when the final version will be released, you'll have a more presentable environment to work with. So I'm gonna click on this, and we should probably have some security prompts telling us a few things, and we're just gonna make the changes when necessary. So as you can see, it downloads the application from within your system. As you can see, the location, it's a localhost IP address. So it just downloads and verifies the application. What you do is just to accept all the prompts, and let's see. And there you have the application started. Okay, but there is one other thing you may need to do. Okay, coming to control panel. Okay, it varies with systems. Okay, so after installing your Java, if you have Java installed, you can type in Java here and you get to see your Java control panel. So I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to make a few changes. The first thing I'm going to do is to click on settings, and I'm going to say, okay, that's already unchecked. By default it would be something like this, so you're just going to uncheck it. We don't want to keep temporary files. And then the next thing is to come to security and make sure it's in medium. By default it's going to be here. Okay, I had installed Java on this virtual machine previously. I just uninstall it to reinstall to demonstrate this video, so the settings has already been made. If not, it's gonna block your execution. Let me just show you what I'm trying to talk about. For instance, if I keep these at high and I relaunch this application, we'll probably see a Java prompt telling us a few things, and okay, let us wait for the other. As you can see, it's the application blocked by security settings. So if you get to see these at all, it just means you just need to come to your control panel. You click on the Java here. You can type Java here and search for it, and you come to the security and change it down to medium. Now you need to do these settings on all the systems that will run this client, the client. Okay, it's something that you just need to do once for the lifetime of the system. Okay, and I'm thinking it's worth it, so that you would not have problems when examinees are trying to connect. Alright, that's it for the client for now, and we'll come to the manager. Running the manager application, would see that it's about blank. Okay, no examinee has been configured for it, no exam has been configured for it. So now while starting this application, it is likely that you might receive a prompt telling you that the Ratelsoft server cannot be found. That is, if you are running the SmartExaminer application on a separate system that is not the same as the system which you install the Ratelsoft server. So what you just normally do is, on that prompt, you just insert the IP address of the Ratelsoft server, the system whereby the Ratelsoft server is installed, so that I can locate it and synchronize the information. As you can see, it takes some time to actually initially start. It checks for some configuration and does some configurations, but it's surely going to start. It's probably also because I'm running on this condensed version of the Windows 8. Okay, having to reduce a few properties. Let me just try to click on it again. I'm hoping there's no problem with it running. And there we have it. I'm not sure what the problem was, but here it is running. So it's showing the unregistered version. Okay, it's basically a technical release, so you would not be able to even register it in the first place. And we're going to talk through about working with SmartExaminer in subsequent tutorials. Okay, SmartExaminer Manager in subsequent tutorials, but just wanted to show you the environment for now, and also show you that the SmartExaminer Designer should be working as well. Okay, should be working as well. My configuration for this virtual machine is a little bit slow, so it's really going to take a time running some of the applications. And there you have the SmartExaminer, so you can start building questions. Tutorials are already available for SmartExaminer. You can just check out the YouTube page, and you get to see the tutorials as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching. From the next tutorial, we'll be talking more about the SmartExaminer Manager, how you're going to add exams, configure examinees to write the exam, and see how we can take a sample exam from within the SmartExaminer client. Thank you very much for watching.